Hi, this is needlepointers.com, and today we would like to show you how to make a fabric snowflake. This is a paper version of the snowflake, which is very popular on Pinterest. Here we will show you how to make these fabric versions. To make this version, you need two contrasting fabrics. You will want one light and one dark fabric so that there is good contrast. Sparkly fabrics work great on this project. You can make many sizes of these snowflakes. I've made two from 3-inch squares, the small ones, 5-inch squares, and this giant 6-inch square one. The snowflakes can be made with either 6 or 7 points. I prefer 7 points for a more full snowflake. If you want to see more photos of the snowflakes and written assembly instructions, please click the iCard or the link in the video description or go to a page on our website. Cut the fabric a bit larger than needed and then cut it down to the correct size squares. So you're going to cut either 4, 6-inch or 7-inch width of fabric strips. I'm making a 5-inch block, so what I do is I cut a 6-inch width of fabric strip from each of the two fabrics. So I'm going to use these two fabrics to make my snowflake. So cut the heat and bond a 1/2 inch smaller than your strip and fuse each to the wrong side of the two fabrics that you cut out. The reason I cut it smaller is so that if it overlaps, we don't end up getting the heat and bond sticky stuff on my ironing board cover and on my iron. Since we're going to trim down these to the correct size blocks at 5 inches, the extra here will be cut away. So the next step is the quick way to do this is if you score it with a pin, or I just use my seam ripper. I can pull off the backing for the heat and bond. So then the next step after getting the heat and bond off is you're going to take the two fabrics and put the heat and bond sides together so they're right sides out, and put them down and line them up. So you can see there's the right side and here's the right side. And then you fuse these together. This makes sure it's nice and fused on when you're making the rest of the snowflake. So I'll come back after I fuse these together. Okay, so I have the fabric fused together, and now I'm going to fold it in half, and I want to trim like a 1/4 inch or so off the one side. So that gets rid of the part that might not have got the fuse and heat and bond on it. Then I'm going to line it up on my mat, and I'm going to cut it down to the final size, 5 inches, because I'm making the snowflake with the 5-inch blocks. So next we fold and cut. So what you do is you take your block and you fold it in half so it's a triangle. Then you take that and fold it in half again, so it's a smaller triangle. So then it's important how you hold this when you go to cut it. I always hold it I'm left-handed, so I always hold it with basically the raw edges in my right hand. If you're right-handed, you probably want to hold it this way. And we hold it with the single fold up. The two folds side is towards you, because you're going to cut from here through the two folded up to here, but you're not going to cut all the way through. You're going to stop before you get to the end. So I'll turn it over and show you. And I just eyeball it for cutting, especially on the two smaller sizes. But on the larger size one, you can measure 3/4 of an inch strips, and they turn out pretty nice that way. So I'm holding it with the raw edges in my non-cutting hand, two folds down and the single fold up, and then I cut through all the layers, but you stop before you get to cutting it all the way through. And we cut 3 lines. Like that. So then you end up with this, which has all these cuts in it. So I'm going to cut the rest of these, and then I will be back to show you how to make the star. Next, we twist, glue, and flip. Just as with the paper version of the snowflakes, you twist, you glue, you twist, you're going to glue, and then we flip. So for the fabric snowflakes, you'll want to start with the fabric you want more dominant facing up. I've glued a few of these already. So as you can see, I've been going with the red facing up. So the red is on the larger sections in the end. So whichever one you want to be more dominant in your snowflake, then you start with that side facing up. So I twist and glue it together. You gotta be real careful with the hot glue not to burn yourself. And usually it takes just a few seconds to hold before it holds. You can also use little clips if you have these, or even paper clips or something, and you can put them on there to hold it together. So then you flip, and then we twist, put the glue on. And you don't need a huge dab of glue because you don't want it getting all over the place. So you see, each time, so now I'm going to flip again, and I'm going to do the next 2. And flip one more time, and glue together the last 2. So that's one finished. So you do this for all 6 or 7 blocks, depending on if you're doing 6 or 7. And that's the last one completed. As you can see, I got some hot glue on my table. You might want to put down some cut up paper bags or something to protect your table surface, because you will probably drip glue on it. So the next step is to glue them all together into the snowflake. So to do that, we want to line them all up. It doesn't matter which direction, but you want to line them all up so they're facing the same direction. It's easier just to do this, to line them up. So here I'm putting the red on the right side. So now I have them all lined up in the same direction. The red's facing to the right. And so the next step is to glue them together at the meeting points here. So now I have them in one big long chain. They're all glued together. And the next step is to bring them into a circle and then glue the last 2 meeting points together here. So then the last part is a little trickier. You line these up in a way that you like, and then you're going to glue the center points together. So usually I glue like 2 points, 2 points, 2 points together, and then I'll glue those sections together and then include the last one. So there we have our finished snowflake, and I'm going to glue on a ribbon at the top. Okay, so now you have a finished snowflake. Did you like this project? Please like, share, and comment. Subscribe to our channel because we post new videos on Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Visit our website, needlepointers.com, for free sewing projects and tutorials.